I'm Micah Halpern, sitting in for the vacationing Tisha Bader, here with the JBS News update for Friday, August 28th, 2015. Hamas released a video yesterday of their new and their new old tunnels. It was 1 year ago when Israel and Hamas in Gaza locked horns over these very tunnels. Israel launched an operation to destroy the tunnels, Operation Protective Edge. Now Hamas has rebuilt the original tunnels and built new ones. IDF intelligence is saying that Hamas commando units are better trained today and much better equipped than they were last year. During the course of this past year, Hamas has improved its military standing and its preparedness, especially in tunnel warfare. The IDF assessment is that Hamas has internalized the lessons they learned from confronting Israel in last year's war. Now, on to science and technology. IBM researchers in Haifa have developed an app that can determine if someone has ADHD, Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. The app will enable you to make the diagnosis on your own and then make the choice to get medical treatment or not. The assessment can be done on any smartphone, smartwatch, or tablet. It asks the subject to draw 10 imaginary rectangles on the wall. At the same time, sensors in the app monitor and graph what is happening and calculate the movement of the subject. Researchers believe that this application will have greater use for other conditions, especially in detecting and treating Parkinson's disease. Next up, a story about Iran and music. Iran is a society that loves culture, especially music. So it should not be a surprise to learn that Iran has been working out details so that the Berlin State Opera Orchestra can come to visit Tehran, Iran. The Iranians love great music, and this is one of the greatest orchestras in the world. The only hitch is that the musical conductor, is an Israeli named Daniel Barenboim. The word is that the orchestra will accompany German Chancellor Angela Merkel when she visits Tehran on an official visit. The plans for that are also in the works. The Ministry of Culture in Iran has confirmed that details are being worked out, but would not comment on whether Barenboim will have a problem getting a visa. Barenboim has also conducted a Palestinian youth orchestra in Ramallah. The original plan had been in operation for years and was to have joint Israeli and Palestinian concerts. But protests prevented that joint concert from happening. In this case, Iran will probably make an exception for Barenboim and allow him into their country, and Barenboim has confirmed that the orchestra is discussing a trip to Iran. This week, Nefesh B'Nefesh, the organization that organizes Jewish immigration to Israel from North America, has chartered a flight that made history. The flight had 282 Olim. In that group were 59 of the new immigrants will be lone soldiers, American youths leaving their families and going to live in Israel and joining the IDF. There were also 29 families, 75 children, and 86 singles. In the 13 years since Nefesh B'Nefesh has been established, it has brought 45,000 Olim, including 5,000 soldiers, hundreds of doctors and educators. Jewish Agency head Natan Sharansky, himself a hero, and once upon a time a new immigrant to Israel, an Oleh Hadash, emphasized that despite the security situation in Israel, Jews continue to make Aliyah. Sharansky said, quote, "Jews come to Israel not because it is a shelter, but because it is a magnet for those seeking a meaningful Jewish life, liberty, personal security, and satisfaction. Take part in Jewish history." Iran has been hacking again. Toronto's Citizen Lab, which is part of the Munk School for Global Affairs, released a study yesterday that claims that Iranian hackers are targeting Iranian expatriates and others who are fighting for freedom for Iranians. According to the report, Iranian hackers use text messages and phone messages, as well as emails, to get their targets to change their Google passwords. There were alerts, messages, and even chats and other warnings. The Iranian hackers are getting better and better, and are up there in the top 6 in the world of hackers. But they often make grammatical mistakes in their code and in their hacks. And now for a rundown of tonight's broadcast on JBS for Friday, August 28th. At 6, Shabbat services from the Central Synagogue. At 7:30, IDF outstanding musicians will perform. At 8, Jewish history in fiction. And at 9, the movie The Word Maker, which tells the story of Eliezer ben Yehuda, the creator of the modern Hebrew language, will air. I'm Micah Halpern, and this is today's news update from JBS.